All right, we're back at the Big and Tall Movie Review Show. Glad to be with you, Maximus, Big Red, all of you. We are going to discuss future films. Big Red has been on this. We're getting into the fall preview at the Big and Tall Movie Review Show. I actually think the fall looks more exciting than the summer. Others may disagree. Big Red,
We're going to start in September here. We're going to go through the end of November. Now, here's a great scenario for Ralph here on September 27th. That weekend, you can take the kids, the family, out during the day to see Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs 2.
Yeah, that'll probably happen.
Yes. Then that night, you can get the sitter and take the missus out to see Don John, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the lovely Scarlett Johansson, and we know he is the boss, Tony Danza, about a young couple who are in a relationship, except he's more addicted to porn than he is Scarlett Johansson.
Typical.
Sounds like a Shame Light a little bit.
Bit.
Minus the a little bit. Of course, Scarlett Johansson always throws a new variable into the mix. Not sure where Tony Danza fits in this. When you say those three actors and you put Tony Danza in it, my brain kind of locks up.
Well, if you remember,
what?
though, that Danza and Levitt appeared together in the old Angels in the Outfield movie they did. When
That's right.
With a very young Matthew McConaughey as well. But apparently that at least the kid remembers the guy and said he was always nice to him and threw him a bone. You gotta respect that.
Gotcha.
They look almost enough alike to be father and son too.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is very true. Forgot about that.
Got to respect the guy for throwing him some work.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely check that out.
Is this rated R?
Yes, it's rated R. It's been getting some very good buzz at the film festivals it's been at.
Max,
my only thing about this movie is that it always seems like when these guys are writing and directing and starring in their own little independent movie and they cast some insanely hot girl actress like Scarlett Johansson that they get to write 6 or 7 sex scenes for themselves. Does it seem a little bit selfish at some point?
Yes, I agree. And Scarlett Johansson, you got to give Gordon-Levitt credit. Scarlett Johansson's character name comes right out of a Roger Moore Bond film, or should, Barbara Sugarman.
Yes. You gotta like that.
Her middle name's Loving Good Sugarman or something. But I mean, just kind of had, I don't know.
Barbara
Did that, I don't know. Did that,
Works
maybe
for
not,
me.
maybe not. Not the
Show me
70s.
the sugar.
Yeah. I don't know if this is in here, but well, I don't even want to get into it now, but you got the Lovelace film and all that coming out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That sounded bad reviews, although she looks really good. Who's that actress?
Amanda Seyfried.
She looks just like, she looks good in that role.
That's about the only reason to see it. Unlike other actresses, she shows the goods.
Or at least the side goods.
Okay,
now
next.
This October 4th is a movie that I am really looking forward to. It is Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
Yes.
Apparently, they're about all that's in the movie. This is the first movie from director Alfonso Cuarón, I believe, since his last movie was Children of Men. So it's been a while. This is about 2 astronauts that end up a shuttle mission goes bad, and they're kind of floating out in space, tethered together.
Oh, wow.
We've put a couple of clips of this up at the Big and Tall Movie Show Facebook page. They're pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty visually striking.
This has been getting very, very rave reviews at the film festivals, especially the IMAX version of this. They say it is well worth the money to spring the extra money for IMAX.
And it's only 90 minutes, folks.
Yes, this is when you only have pretty much 2 people in the movie.
Yeah, and then the plot line is only 2 sentences long, then you gotta make do with what
he's good. Children of Men had some very good long takes in it, continuous, and so I think that's kind of more in the vein of what we're going to see here. But this is one of my top fall movies that I'm really
beam me up a pair of scissors, Scotty. If I was in that situation, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if the previews
but I mean,
I
will tell you this though: the write-up alone on this Gravity picture, it's compelling enough that you're like, damn.
But
And it's a simple premise. Somebody wrote this, and we're like, why didn't we fart
Trust
this
me,
the other night
go check out the clips that we have up on our Facebook page, and you'll be sold. And it looks very amazing.
Yeah.
But we go from something really serious to October 11th. Machete Kills.
Yeah,
He's back.
I'm planning on finding a 6-pack and these two guys into the theater for Machete Kills. I'm down like Charlie Brown for this one, folks.
For this one, we replace Robert De Niro as the main bad guy with Mel Gibson.
And Charlie Sheen is the
Charlie
president.
Sheen is the president. No, it's Charlie Estevez.
Charlie Estevez.
I think you mean. Did you say Steven Seagal? Or did you?
Seagal. Yeah. Well, there were several main villains in there.
Yeah.
This one you just get Mel. But yeah, so I'm looking real forward to this.
Lady Gaga's in this.
Yes.
I'm excited.
The lovely Amber Heard is in this as well.
That seems like
I'm
more of a
excited to
favor
see
to
Gibson
Miss
in it,
Alba.
actually, because I want to see him as the bad guy. 'Cause
Yes.
what else he got going for him?
But
But
also-
a bad
Yeah,
guy.
he is a bad guy.
Yes. Yes.
He's
He's
doesn't
kind
have
of
to
in
research
with Machete and Expendables 3. Get used to seeing him as the
bad guy.
No, we want you to play a really super
I've got
racist
John-
asshole.
Yeah.
You think you can do that for
I
us?
think so. Can I have an alcohol problem too? As part of my
We might just follow you around with a camera and not even
Yeah.
tell you about it.
kind of like Bowfinger.
Yes, exactly.
But also on October 11th, we have something serious and probably something that's going to get a lot of Oscar buzz. Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks. This follows the true story of Captain Richard Phillips and the 2009 hijacking by Somali pirates of the U.S. Flagship Alabama. This was the first American cargo ship to be hijacked in 200 years.
Wilson!
This was directed by Paul Greengrass, who did the Bourne movies, the United 92 or 9. I can't remember what.
You
the
can
name
take
of it
my
was.
ship, but not my volleyball. No, I think this looks really
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I've seen a little bit of pictures of Rolling Stone talking about it. Yeah.
And Tom Hanks.
Tom
usually-
Hanks is needing something like
Yeah.
this.
Yes, not Cloud Atlas.
Not like,
We
yeah.
need Tom Hanks returning to form.
Drop some acid and watch. Yeah, we need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Hanks-
hasn't exactly been a safe bet since the Da Vinci Code movies.
Yeah, he's
This is
not
Tom,
doing him
Lost
well.
his Toy Story
This
power.
is Tom getting back.
Well,
to his
hopefully this
Oscar.
is what he is hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what he's needing.
So we're
I
getting-
actually watched a little bit of Philadelphia the other day. I was on TV, on cable. It's,
Yeah, I
man,
saw that
what-
too.
Good.
We've also got Tom Hanks playing Walt Disney. in
Yes.
Another
Coming out this Christmas.
that'll be one to skip for sure.
Yeah.
What?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Next.
Sci-fi genre. Also opening that weekend is something a little different called the Dallas Buyers Club. This is mainly getting attention for Matthew McConaughey, who plays a AIDS patient, and he lost a significant amount of weight in this movie.
And he's an extreme homophobic person in this. I think is a blood transfusion type of situation. Plays Ron Woodruff, 1986 timetable, like a Texas electrician. And yes, he's out searching for other medical options outside of the country. Imagine that. I would go search Magic Johnson's
Johnson, yeah,
garage because honestly, I don't really know anybody else that's doing.
Yeah, but this one is mainly, from what I understand,
I think it's called cash. You got to have some cash.
This they're talking like Matthew could definitely get a Best Actor nomination, and the guy has been on a pretty good roll lately. With
Yeah.
the next Marvel movie, Thor: The
Wow,
Dark
wow.
World. Is anybody really excited to see this?
God no.
I mean, I don't know. Thor. The first one,
The first one, they took his powers away the entire movie.
I understood why they needed it, but I don't know. It's just.
I'm actually probably more excited about it than you guys. I'm just a Marvel fan more, and I like the first movie decent enough. And I'm kind of interested in seeing it, but
A big warning sign for this is they recently did some reshoots to add more Loki to the movie.
If more Loki is going to make it better, I don't know how much that says for the movie.
But more. I think it'd be neat to see him actually write some real emotional, realistic dialogue, maybe with Thor and the female.
Yeah.
A little more of a
Chemistry.
I'm having problems. I
always
think
thought-
they're made. tapped themselves out.
I always
with
thought
the superhero
in the,
films.
in the first movie, Thor had more chemistry
Keg's
with the
running
big-breasted
dry.
assistant than
The
they
keg-
did Natalie Portman.
Yeah, the keg's running dry on the
Yeah.
superhero films.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean,
I'm
I don't know. Thor to me was the weakest of the Marvel movies that introduced characters.
Well, I would have to call Captain America that, but I know we disagree on that one point.
Yeah, I enjoyed
I
Captain
liked
America.
America. I liked the
Digitally
beginning of Captain America. I thought it kind of fell a little flat at the end, but
I think the digitally imposed head on the skinny kid's body was.
I actually liked that part. Let's all fight and disagree now.
Yeah.
Well, the next film you're about to discuss will be the biggest money, probably box office
without
draw
doubt.
in November. So go ahead there.
And yes,
All right.
Thanksgiving week, Hunger Games catching fire.
Katniss Everdeen is
Yeah.
back.
She's still hungry.
She's still hungry. I haven't read the books. Okay,
Yeah. I mean, I was
So-
actually pleasantly surprised by the
I'm looking forward to this
first one.
Have you read the books, Max?
No,
You
I
haven't
haven't,
read the
but
books.
I've seen Battle Royale, so I've seen the better version of
Yes.
all of this crap already.
Oh my God!
They're on
Explain,
Netflix.
explain.
On Netflix, folks.
Basically, the entire Hunger Games premise is a giant ripoff of a awesome little movie called Battle Royale, where a
Is this
class
like-
full of high school students wake up on a bus out into the middle of the jungle, basically, and they're all given a bag with a random weapon in it and told to go out and kill your classmates.
Okay. When did these come out?
They came out about 2003, I think.
They're on, both of them are on. There's two of them. They're on Netflix. If you're a Netflix subscriber,
Check them out, folks. And
Are you
skip the-
excited for Hunger Games Catching Fire?
Not really. I saw the first one, and I liked it when I first saw it, but honestly, I watched it a second time and thought it was pretty horribly
I would
lame.
probably watch it. I mean, the first one kind of surprised
I
me.
can see it not being as good the second
A
time.
little funny story when I had no idea what the Hunger Games was when it was coming out, and the kids I work with were reading the book, so I asked them, what is this about? When they described it to me, I'm like, this kind of sounds like the old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Running Man.
Running Man.
Yeah.
And they looked at me clueless, and I go, you have no idea who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, do you? And the reply I got was, no, we don't watch old man movies.
Wah, wah, wah. Did in Catching Fire. We'll see. I'm sure about half of America will be too.
Our last movie for the fall, before we get into December, would be Old Boy, directed by Spike Lee. This is an American version of the same titled movie. This follows the story of an advertising executive with Josh Brolin, who is abruptly kidnapped and held hostage for 20 years in solitary confinement. Then he's released, and it gets crazy from there, to say the least. If this follows the path of the original, audiences are going to be pretty shocked.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about this one, to be honest, Big Red. I was a pretty big fan of the original. So
To the credit, though, the trailer, and this is directed by Spike Lee, who I know is not everybody's cup of tea, but it looks like he follows a lot in the movie. There's a pretty awesome fight with a hammer and a bunch of dudes, and it looks like we get
SpikeLee doesn't shy away from conflict or controversy.
This also does
He'll
have
give it
Samuel
up
L.
right.
Jackson in it as well.
he was a ballsy choice as far as directors,
Yeah.
but I think ballsy choice was
It's
a good way to go.
Yeah, exactly. You
movie
don't
like
want
Old
just
Boy.
somebody, and of course,
Big deal. Yeah.
we all know the big December movie that everybody's wanting to see, and it's the return of the Channel 4 news team, which I know we'll be hitting more on that.
December
as it gets
20th.
closer. December 20th.
Burgundy returns.
That's right,
I'm Ron Burgundy.
and a hot tub full of scotch.
All right.
So
we're
there it
outta here.
is. That's your fall
That's
movie
your fall
preview.
forecast here at the Big and Tall Movie Review Show.
For better or worse.
Better or worse? We're hoping for better.
Couldn't
we'll be right
be
back.
much worse.